Good evening. What's up, Hope Shot fam? We're just missing one person. Where'd you go, Nate? Damn it.
I don't know.
You had 4 squares and you're out of here.
Sometimes it kicks me off, man. It kicks me off during the intro. I don't know why.
Yeah. Sure. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Hope Shot Live Sunday night. If you're just jumping on, say what's up. Let us know you're here. Caesar.
What can I do for you, Justin?
I don't know, man. Talking about a clarity statement, man.
Oh.
Yeah, we need to know what's going on.
Hope Shot clarity statement. We here at the Hope Shot are a group of people in recovery spreading inspiration. We come from all different walks of life and pathways of recovery. Our verbiage may be different at times, but we all have one thing in common. Recovery is a lifestyle. We support all pathways of recovery. It doesn't matter how you get from A to Z, just get there. Thank you for being a part of our Hope Shot family.
Wow, Caesar, you're good, man. You sound like Kelly for a second.
Yeah, and I can throw my voice. It's the little thing I do.
Yeah, it's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. What's up, y'all? Well, happy Sunday. Hope you guys had a great weekend. I know I did. It's been a long weekend. I'm not gonna lie. I ain't even looking forward to Monday. I don't know about y'all, man, but I'm not looking forward to it. I know Caesar isn't because we talked about it. But yeah, it's this week, man, we have a lot to do. We got this event coming up on Friday and Saturday called Huboween, where we're doing a community drive-through event in Starkey Park, which is a wilderness park inside our county. And it's a lot going into it, but it's fun. We get to scare people, and it's really fun, man. But getting preparations up to it, it's a lot. we sat there Friday and we put together 1,200 bags. We were there for 6 hours stuffing bags.
Wow.
That wasn't the highlight of my time, but it's for a good cause, so I'm grateful to be a part. But hey, Mike is here, our special guest. He is bringing the topic. So Mike, why don't you tell everybody what the topic is for tonight?
Hello, fellas. So I was thinking about this, and I think the topic I got for tonight is, so I was reading some of my basic text, and so it talks about the ability to face problems and how necessary it is to face problems and stay clean. So I know for me, right, just dealing with everyday life in general, whether it be, problems at work, problems at home, financial problems, right? So like the financial aspect is something that I'm dealing with now, is just trying to make ends meet at the moment. But dealing with all of those things, I think it's so important that we attack that stuff head on, right? Because I know for me, I can't just bury my head in the sand, like an ostrich, and just let shit pass me by, because sooner or later that stuff's gonna build up on the inside, right? And I don't want to get to the point where I back myself into a corner and opportunity meets desire and I make a dumb decision, So I think it's super important to be honest about like what's going on and those everyday problems, and using the tools that I've been taught, to sponsor the meetings, the network, the step work, all of that stuff, to tackle that stuff, man. It's allowed me to not have any of those secrets that are stuck, because for me, for a man, right, finances is a hard thing to talk about because that's just how I was raised. My dad was, he was the breadwinner and he took care of everything. And right now, like it's kind of opposite in my house, and it's not a good feeling. But I've been able to share where I'm at, talk to the right people, and now I don't feel so scared because I know there's 10,000 other people that have gone through the same stuff and they've been able to do it clean. So I know that I can. But it's just the having the actual ability to work on those things is where the positive comes in. So I asked, there's somebody taught me something that I have not because I asked not, right? So I don't receive the help because I haven't asked for it. And now that I've learned how to do that, being here, life seems to be a little bit more bearable and doable, especially when I haven't stuck one in me to deal with it, because I've been so used to running away from shit, getting high over anything and everything. And it's not just bad problems too, right? Because my story is even I didn't get high, or I didn't choose to use when things were bad. I did when things were good, right? And even having the ability to deal with success has been something hard for me to do. So I think it's a great topic. I think people dealing with everyday life, I think it's just imperative that we deal with that stuff and do it the right way. And I think it's just a key to keep us clean.
Yeah, that's good stuff. It's definitely a good topic. Facing our problems, facing our fears, that's literally the opposite of everything I did in active addiction. I ran from everything. I remember times where I was like, man, I violated probation, but I should probably do something about that. I should probably show up to this court hearing that I've got tomorrow morning. Maybe they'll forget about it. Maybe the electric company will forget to turn the electric off if I just ignore it long enough. I don't know. It's just it's the opposite of the old behaviors that I had. I never faced anything. I ran away, ignored, and like you said, I stuck my head in the ground like an ostrich. And when I would pull my head back out, there was so much wreckage I couldn't deal with it. I'd stick my head back down again. So I'm grateful. I'm grateful that today I have the ability to face things head on. And I'm in a place in my life that I don't like the anxiety that comes with putting things off. So if I had to have a hard conversation, I'll have the hard conversation today. I don't want to sleep on it and think about it and wait. Like, I just want to pull it off like a Band-Aid. And, little by slow, facing all these things, with the advice of my advisors, with speaking to my support network, of course, but it builds confidence and repetition that you keep doing the right thing. You seek guidance, you keep facing these things, and you get stronger. You learn that you can do these things. You learn that you can face hard situations, hard financial stuff. I remember early on, I had $60 to my name, and I couldn't find a job. It'd been like 6 months that I was looking for a job, but I didn't stop looking, and I was trying to get my license back, and there was an application fee, and I gave on faith. I gave the $60 to the application fee to try to get my license back, because I knew if I could get the license, I could get a job. Like, that was my biggest hang up was, oh, do you have reliable transportation? No, I don't. I don't have a license. I don't have reliable transportation. And they're like, well, why don't you give us a call when you get that? So, just learning over time to put some faith and action into every situation and to face it at that time has grown to give me a lot of confidence in the things that I do today. I'm confident in knowing it's the right thing to do to not run away from stuff. I'm confident in knowing that confrontation is going to happen. You can't live a life without any type of confrontation. You can't be afraid of confrontation, but there's a way to handle it with some love and some grace, and I don't avoid it anymore. So I appreciate the topic. It's good stuff. It's literally the opposite of addiction. We hid from everything. So I feel like this should spark some conversation in the comments too.
I definitely feel like the financial thing is something everybody struggles with, especially in recovery. But I'm going to share on it. But I want to first say what's up to some people. We got Allie in the house. What's up, Allie? On the YouTube side of things. We got Kevin. Good to see you here, my friend. Hey, we got Rowan. Good to see you too. Julia. What's up, Julia? Nate, what's up? He says, what's up? We got Joshua. Thank you so much for sharing. If you guys haven't shared this live feed yet, please share this live feed. You never know who might need to hear this tonight. Something we might be struggling with that just pop up on their feed and be like, "Oh man, I need this." We got Mike Kenny. It's good to see you back, my friend. They got Mrs. Davidson. You might know her, Mike. I don't know. Maybe.
She's around here somewhere.
We got Becky. Good to see you here tonight. We got Helen, Missy Thang. By the way, Missy Thang celebrating 2 years this 31st. I remember when we were talking about this last year and it was coming up on Halloween, and I think she has a cool clean date.
Heck yeah.
Congratulations to you. I know that Halloween's always a busy weekend, so I don't know what's gonna happen this. I don't know. Are we gonna go on this Sunday?
Oh, is that a Sunday?
No, wait. When's the 31st? It's not
No,
Sunday.
I think that's Monday.
It's a
Okay.
Monday.
All right. Never mind.
Ooh, hey, we should go on in costume.
Aren't you already there?
Look,
Wow.
now all of a sudden Kelly speaks up. She's like, "Oh my God, I'll do that."
Oh my God. Hey, listen, I have the best. I'll put it on.
Do it.
We should do it. Just play around. All right, that's what we're doing.
I know Nate's at least got a shark outfit, so he's down.
I know he's got a
I
panda
have a full shark uniform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and a panda one.
No, I gave the panda one back.
That's it. I'm calling Jalen. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. We got Alicia says, I have learned in the past couple of days a lot. I just got out of a recovery program after 8 months of being there and dealing with life on life's terms. Staying calm and honest with everything and staying with my higher power is what is going to get me through. Amen to that. Let's see. We got Christina. Good to see you here. What's up? We got Brandy. Hey, guys, just celebrated 1 year, 10/21. Thank you for being a part of my journey. Congratulations to you.
Congrats.
It's freaking awesome. The first year is always the best, man. It's like, yes! Now the work starts, Missy Thang. Congrats to her, too. Yep. Let's see. We got Stephanie says, facing my fears today helps me to my blessings that our higher power wants for us all. I learned that I can face these things with dignity, walk through it with grace, and hopefully show another alcoholic how I did it. Action, LOL. Caesar, I was writing it when you said it. LOL. Good stuff, guys. Let's see. We got Aaron. Good to see you here. What's up, guys? Sorry I've been MIA, but been thinking about y'all. It's been a while. Yes, it has. We got Clay says 3 years from opiates and so grateful not to run away from problems through faith and action. Congratulations, my friend. We got Heather. Good to see you. We got Allie. Good to see you. Let's see. We got Michael Kenny. My finances have been one of the most unmanageable aspects of my adult life. Yes. So I will share a little bit on. So listen, I am teaching my kids about finances. We will do customs. We have to. Like, there's no other thing about it. I guess Caesar wants to keep going. No, you good? Okay. I'm sorry. I was like, sorry, did I not get one?
Just making sure you saw how important it was that we dress up. That's all.
Listen, I already see it. I'm a clown all year. What are you talking about, bro?
You never know, man. We might save a life. So
listen, I'll do it. I'll bring it to this party, okay?
I like it. Sorry, go ahead.
I wonder if people will take us seriously about a recovery in those costumes, though. So I'm teaching my kids about finances. So they get money, you know what I mean? Like Jalen got a bunch of money for her birthday. And trying to teach them, man, we go to every store, they're bringing out all their money. Like they have their wallet stacked, they're ready to go. And I'm like, listen, guys, I was like, you leave most of your money here and you bring some with you, right? And it makes it so like, I remember when I was just a bullet without a cause, right? I was a mess. And my boss was holding my money because I still wasn't responsible enough, but I was out partying, drinking. I was at a bar. I had all my money. I had like $700 something. I had plans to go to my daughter's mom's and buy my daughter Christmas and all kinds of things. This is way before Jalen and Jason, Tiffany, right? I had all these plans. I went out to a bar, had all my money, put it in my wallet, and I was having a great time, you know, just getting tore up. You know what I mean? Like, and me, I'm just a mess, right? And I got into a fight, and I was at the time I was getting a drink, and I left my wallet up there. All my money gone. I got thrown out the club because I was trying to fight people. It was just a mess. So money gone, and I was like, I'm not saying it's gonna happen to you, Jalen, but you know what I mean? Like, it can happen, and it's not like it's the first time that I've lost my wallet, but you know, trying to teach them, like, put most of your money up. They're trying to spend it on these things like so quick. And I'm like, stop trying to spend it on everything. Save your money. Like, why buy these little things when you could buy something cool that's going to last, you know, and you're going to be excited. Like, you save your money and then you buy this awesome toy that, you know, that you really want without buying all this little junk that doesn't really mean nothing just because you want to buy some, you know. I've had plenty of stories of that, but you know, trying to teach them about it. I'm just like them. Like, literally, I'm still like a kid gets money. It's like, oh my God, what can I buy? Ooh, look at that. You know, like, and it's worthless. It's like, save your money. You know, it's like that thing that damn Dave Ramsey thing that I read the other day. I'm gonna keep going there. We buy things to impress people we don't really like, you know, and I'm gonna go off of that because sometimes it's true, you know. And I like to try to save my money. Some, you know, nowadays, like I remember when I had this little jug, right? And I always wanted to put my change in it and save it up, but I never could get there because like I'd always try to spend it like all the time. But one thing I was always using. So like everything would be blown on on drugs. And I never could get there. I always blew it. Like I never could get to the top. Right. And finally, now that I'm, you know, clean and sober, I got to the top, you know, and it stays like that. You know what I mean? Like, unless I need some water from, you know, fill up my jugs of water that I need for my water thing. But when I fill up the 5-gallon jugs at Publix with water, that's what kind of recovery I have these days, is filling up jugs of water at Publix. The 5-gallon jugs of water I fill up at Publix are like $2. So I take quarters and go do that. And that's about the only time I touch it. But like I said before, I used to touch it all the time and like never get to the top. I never got to the top. And that's what I try to teach my kids. Just wait for it to get to the top. Like, you know, but yeah, man, that's I swear. And I always bring it back to being that child, because like when I started using, I was 12 years old, man. I didn't know nothing. I didn't know how to save money. I didn't know how to do IRAs or anything that I'm doing now. And I still don't, like, you know, and like, it's hard sometimes, man. And, trying to be adultish in this world. And sometimes I feel like out of place because all these people that are my age are like, you know, sometimes further along and they know a bunch of stuff. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. And I'm like blown away by this stuff that's like, you know, they're doing in their 20s, you know. But it is what it is. And I'm grateful I get to learn now, you know. But yeah, man, it's been, that's what I went through today with them shopping, trying to spend their money. And it's just funny watching them, man. Let's go every store. But that's all I got.
Dude, I just want to say something about that.
What?
So like when I owned my bars, when I was in my active addiction, I made like, after taxes and everything, I was making like $250,000 plus a year. And I never had a dollar, never had anything, way more money than I've ever made in sobriety. I never had a dollar. And I'll never forget talking to my dad. My dad was like, hey man, easy come, easy go. Well, he's right. I've fought and scraped for every dollar I've gotten after I got sober. After I lost all the easy money, I've worked my ass off to get where I am today. And I am like Ebenezer Scrooge with my money now.
Except for tattoos, right?
Yeah, no, tattoos don't. But I mean, like, legit, I take more pride in watching my savings account grow than I do on what I could buy. because there is a sense of security knowing that if shit hits the fan, we've got some money put aside. I never had that before. I never knew what it was to save money. I never thought far enough ahead that I might need to save money. You know, I didn't really think I was going to be here. Well, I have an expectation that I'm going to be around for a while, and I have a family that I'm responsible for. And really, like, that's one of those things, like, I remember that easy come, easy go. Same thing can go for my recovery. Same thing goes with my money. Anything that I've had to fight for, like I had to fight for my recovery, I'm holding on to it. It's going to have claw marks on it. You're not going to get it away from me. Same thing with my money, you know, same thing with my family. You know, these things that have come into my life because of recovery, they're not easy come, easy go things. They are hard fought for, earned things. And there's a different perspective on it when I look at it like that. Like I'll walk around my house and I look at stuff and I look at it, I look at it in hours of work. Like somebody's like, oh, that's a nice cabinet. I'm like, yeah, that's about 186 hours of work sitting over there. and when you look at it in hours of work, you want to take care of your crap all of a sudden. You know?
I just had that conversation with somebody. It's like, I was like, how many hours? Okay, how much that cost? All right. How much do you make an hour? All right. That's how many hours it takes for you to get that one thing. And like,
it's changed my perspective completely, because easy come, easy go, man. Like I fell ass backwards into money my entire life. Now I've had to earn it. And I mean, we talk all the time. You know what my days look like. I bust my ass. You know, I got long ass days. I'm not about to throw my money away. Someone invited me to go to a casino. I was like, you got me messed up, man. I ain't giving my money to nobody. I don't gamble because I'm bitter. I'll go win. Is there a place where it's called winning and not gambling? I'll go there. But if it's gambling, if there's a gamble that I might hand you $500 and not get anything back, we're not doing that. Killian, no. Get in front of the camera. You got to. She put on her Halloween costume. Now she's too chicken to get in front of the camera.
Is it a chicken?
No, it's David Bowie with like a giant red wig and like the Ziggy Stardust outfit.
Well, you can't do that.
If you put it on.
I know.
Inquiring minds want to know. Just pop into the back real quick.
Sneak peek.
Don't be scared.
Sneak peek.
Real quick. Yes.
Yes.
You'll have the full face paint on next week, though.
That's awesome. Stay tuned. Next week, coming live.
All right, let me shut up. You want to do some comments or?
I'll do some comments, and we're going to let Nate drop the mic real quick.
Oh, I know. Let's save the best for last, Nate.
We got Raylene. Hey, hi, beautiful people. The beautiful people. The beautiful people. Da-na-na. No? All right. All right. Moving along. Sandra, as always, thank you for allowing me to join in as a spouse of someone in recovery. Good to see you here. Thank you for being here. We got Scott Loveland. What's up, guys? Good to see you, Scott. We got Stephanie. Money is my biggest trigger. We got Bonnie. Hell no. Okay. We got Christina. Dress up shows we can have fun in recovery. Yes, we can. Sometimes too much, man. Clowning around. Missy thinks I was nervous and jittery last year around my 1 year. Petrified of relapse last year. Walking in faith this year, knowing relapse does not have to be a part of my recovery. Not unless, it happens, though, doesn't have to be. I was told, Allie says, I was told at one point that the hardest thing for an addict early in recovery is to make plans and make a schedule. It actually is a trigger because it does cause such bad anxiety. To an extent, sometimes when I forget stuff,
it causes me anxiety to not have a plan and not have a schedule.
When I forget stuff because I didn't put it on, that gives me the most anxiety ever. Oh my God. Like literally, I do it all.
Like every Saturday night at about 10 o'clock when I go, I forgot to schedule my post for the Hope Shot.
You're welcome, Caesar, for that. That's me too. Listen, we all do it. Hey, there's always money for tattoos. Yes, I just got this. I got the top part done right here. It's getting there.
Yeah,
Slowly but surely.
I think I've been in a tattoo chair 3 out of the 4 past weekends.
Nothing wrong with that.
Uh-uh.
Let's see. We got Allie says, I never learned any of those things either, and it was hard to try and figure out where to even start. Yes.
Oh, can I respond to that? My poor original sponsor. I didn't know how to do anything. He helped me open up my first bank account. He helped me go get my license. He helped me apply for a credit card, like a secure credit card, because I had no credit at all. Like you give them $300 and they give you a card and you're allowed to spend your $300, but you have to pay your $300 back to them. But he had to teach me every single thing about being a responsible adult. Like you can't rent a car, you can't get a hotel without a credit card, you can't do it without credit, you can't do anything. I mean, he helped me do all these things. People in the program helped me get my credit straightened out so I could buy a house when the time came. I mean, I had zero knowledge of what it meant to be a responsible adult or just even an adult at all.
Yo, listen, when I first got in recovery, I couldn't even get a bank account. No, it's when I first started my business. I couldn't even get a bank account because all the wreckage of my past, because I screwed over every bank and would like deposit fake slips in the Dropbox. So
That's why I still have Bank of America. It was the only one I had never burned.
Well, Wells Fargo gave me a shot, and I still have them.
But that's me. Bank of America gave me a shot. I'm still with them. You know, almost 9 years later. And
the credit card deal, I had to do a prepaid credit card.
Me too.
Give them my money, and now finally, when they gave me it back, I was like, "Ooh, look at me."
That's a good comment, man. That's super relatable. I don't know too many. There's some, but there's not a whole lot of people that came into recovery with like a vast knowledge of how to be an adult.
When we change our perception of things, one of the many signs of growth. Love this group. Thank you, Missy Thang. I just like saying it like that. I don't know why, but I will. Scotland, I just like to sit back, watch my savings grow. Let's fucking go. Or let's fucking grow. I like that one. What's up, Melissa? Good to see you here. Let's see. We got Christina says, I just asked for tattoo money for Christmas and then I don't have to pay for them. So I'm gonna put that on their Santa Claus list. Let's see. We got Life is Great, 185 days today. Thank God. Congratulations, Lucky Thomas. I like that name. Helen, damn, you guys are making me so jealous with your new ink. That's what I asked for Christmas. I only have 11, and that's an odd number. Yeah, at least
it's like an angel number, though. It's perfect.
Yeah, at least stop at 13. No,
I don't know how many I have. I'm pretty sure Nate doesn't know how many he has.
No,
Nate, I wouldn't even count, but
I'm getting there too. I have no idea what I got.
I'm trying to catch up, man. I already scheduled the next one right here.
A lot. That's all I know.
All right, Nate, man.
All right. I don't know. Like we started talking about finances, but I also want to touch on the, facing problems.
Yeah, that's the original topic.
Right.
I think it went to finance.
I have something to share on both them topics, to be honest with you. So, like it's been shared already. I come into this deal with no frame of reference on how to navigate through life responsibly. I never paid a car payment. I never had a cell phone in my name. I never, rented a place. Never. Shit. This is how, I spent so long in prison, and like, whenever I was out here, I was getting loaded. So I wasn't really involved in the, the evolution around me, So you see this bottle right here? This is a drinking bottle. My girlfriend gave it to me a few days ago. And when I discovered that my drink was still cold, like 6 hours later, I was fascinated. just fascinated. I'm like, holy shit, dude. I have not put this thing down for the last week. It's amazing to me. Or like, for instance, I'll be in her house and I'll be like, Echo, play this or do this or set no, and it listens to me. Like I had the Oregon Trail and when I was in high school, you know what I mean? I missed the whole technology boom. I was in prison. I was shooting dope. I wasn't online. I wasn't on Facebook or MySpace or none of that shit. Like I was in the trenches. So anyway, what I'm saying is that I come into this thing and I really now talk about facing problems. I don't even know what that looks like. I need to face the main problem first before I can even conceive of facing any other problems. And the main problem is who I am and how I see things. Like the way I see things are completely just skewed. It is how I see the world, how I receive others, people, places, and things. It goes through this filter of insecurity, fears, worthlessness, no self-esteem. So I'm just in a perpetual state of fear. I can't even talk about problems. Like I need to figure out what my problem is first and foremost. So how do I do that? I get it. And Mike touched on it, which is a beautiful thing. You get in here and you connect with some people that know how to live, that are living, which is not to say they're perfect and they don't have problems, but what they have discovered is the solution to these problems. So when I find these people, I surround myself with people that I see that are doing this deal. And I'm not talking about people that have fancy cars or nice houses. I'm talking about people that are living with integrity and have character and don't talk shit behind people's backs when they're not there and stuff like that. This is what attracts me, because I've been surrounded by this shit my whole life. I've always seen people, be nasty to each other. I've seen, people lie and manipulate, mainly myself now, but I promise you, I was around a bunch of people like me. And anyway, so, and these people take me through this process, and in the midst of said process, I connect to this power that everybody's always talking about, this higher power, God, my source, whatever you want to call it. I connect to this thing. And in that connection, I am literally afforded the gift to face anything that life throws at me without getting loaded. Not only face it, but walk through it with grace, But without that connection, and it's like it's a process, man. That's why there's a sequence of we'll in this arena, we'll call it, rules that I have to follow in order to get to the next one, and kind of, and then I have to go through it again, and continue to go through it. But in that process, I come in here, I connect with the group. I connect with a group of men and women, but I connect with the men to take me through these steps, this process that my recovery fellowship subscribes to, and through that, I'm able to connect to this source, this higher power. And with that connection, I am like really afforded the ability to face anything. For instance, and maybe not because before I really had that strong connection like I do. I mean, I had that connection pretty early on. And but even before I really had that connection, I had some bad shit happen to me my first year. I lost my mom. I lost permanent custody of my daughter. That this was all within my first year. So, which shows me that it's the greatest shred of evidence that whoever, my higher power, who I call my source, has always been there. Not just when I got sober, but my entire life, because first and foremost, I'm here and I'm talking to you guys. And I don't know if you guys got loaded like I did, but it was pretty bad. And anyway, early on in recovery, opening doors for me and giving me the power to walk through some really dark times when I didn't really have like a clear understanding of what that was, what he was, or she, or it, whatever it is. I had no really clear conception of this thing yet. I just knew that it existed, and I knew that I needed it, and I was continuously seeking its guidance and help. And in that, I was like just given this power, man. I admitted I was powerless, and I was granted with all this power to walk through life, which was this way of life was completely foreign to me. It was like me going to Bangladesh, and trying to make my way, and talking and using the most basic human instincts to make my point understood. Because I had no conversation for you. All I could talk about is what prison I've been to, or how cheap I got Xanax for, like Johnny always says. I love that, and it's true. I didn't have anything for you really, so facing problems, I can't really face a goddamn thing until I connect first to this fellowship or my recovery community, whatever that looks like, and then secondly to this power that exists within these fellowships, and in that connection I am able to really face life, and I can only continue on this journey. Like I can only continue to do that if I continue to connect. If I start, slacking, why pray? I'm good. I have a business. We're involved in this nonprofit. I work for this other company. I'm able to kind of move around and travel. I'm in this great relationship. Like my life's great, right? So I should, why do I need to pray? Why do I need to work with this sponsee today? Why do I need to meditate? I'm good, right? Negative. For me, this, like Mike mentioned, it's when I need to prepare for the problems that are inevitably coming and will come when things are good, so that when that shit does hit the fan, I am equipped to deal with these things. And how can I be equipped? I continue to do the very things that, can you conceive of the miracle it is to have to be shooting heroin for 20 plus years, and then all of a sudden that obsession is lifted. You're like, I don't want to do this anymore. That is like the most biggest evidence of something divine and miraculous in this universe. I cannot deny that, right? So if that can be lifted, that is what happened in my first year, probably my first couple months, be honest with you. And so I followed the very things that allowed that miracle to occur. I still follow them strictly and diligently today, because if I continue to tap into this deal and plug in with these people and continue to do the work that I feel my source has destined for me to do, anything is possible. Not only can I face any problem in life, but I can create a life that is, way beyond my wildest dreams, or way beyond anything that I was really, I won't say not way beyond anything I'm meant to do, because I truly believe that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, doing what I'm supposed to do. This is my purpose, and I know that. But in order for me to live out that purpose and truly evolve into this space that my source has created for me, I have to work. I have to do the work. I have to meet, who I believe in halfway, and sometimes go further. You know what I mean? I have to really become vulnerable and face. I got my first credit card a week ago, a $300 credit card. I was calling all my peeps. Yo, I got a credit card. That shit's important, man. You know what I mean? I got off my ass, paid $3,500, and got this bench warrant that, wouldn't extradite me, but I put in the work, and I got that lifted so I can go into this prison and bring this message into people just like I was, without hope and don't know what they're going to do after they've been in prison for a while. And I continue to work with others on a daily basis, just because I know in that I am, not only granted, respite from my own insanity, but I stay connected, and it allows me, it prepares me for the adversities that, are sure to come my way. Also, with the financial insecurity, I never had money. I don't even know what I had no idea, no concept of saving money or saving for the future. I didn't even think I was worthy of living in the future. So how could I even conceive of saving money for it? And I was so compulsive. I couldn't save money. What? Tell that to a heroin and crack addict. Like, no, it's impossible, right? So I bring all that mindset into this deal, and then I beat the shit out of myself when I don't do good at it. I got to give myself some grace. I am new to this deal here, man. Like, I have really got to give myself a break, but I can't. That's a two-sided street there, because I can give myself so much of a break that I don't take any action and start become smarter with the money I do have. So it's a delicate balance I need to strike. I need to really put in the same work that got me sober to begin with. I need to put in to secure my future, and that's not, future tripping, or, I mean, I could still be present and live one day at a time, but I don't want to be, I don't want to just be frivolously spending money irresponsibly. You know what I mean? I want to learn what it takes to handle my business financially one day at a time. And what's funny is we can bring all the principles of our recovery life back into every situation that we face, including this one. And if I can put the same work I did into my financial areas, I had a plan, early on. Like, the first couple years was all taking care of Nate. Like, I had to sort some shit out because I was a hot mess, right? My third year, or my second into my third year, I wanted to, figure out what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. My fourth year, I was, kind of ready to get into a relationship and becoming open to that. And now I feel like my next phase is getting my shit together financially, and, kind of figuring out what that looks like for me. And it's important to me, because I don't want to be messed up. I don't believe that my source brought me through everything I went through to have me come into life and be struggling. You know what I mean? And I know I have the capability to succeed in whatever, arena that I am in. And to be honest with you, I don't really care about being super rich or super wealthy. I just want to be in a better position to help people. And however I can get there, to where I can be more, because I'm generous as all can be right now. I promise you, and I don't have much. And I'd like to get into a position to even be more generous, not only with my time, because that's the first and foremost. I'd like to be comfortable enough to have more time to give to others, but also financially as well. So it all comes back to how connected I am and what work I'm willing to put in on a daily basis. And we make priority for what's important to us. And yeah. I think for me, my main priority is connecting to my source on a daily basis and becoming willing to put into the work to navigate these situations and these life events that are completely new to me. And then in that as well, give myself a little break and grace for when I stumble and fall on my face, because this is uncharted territory for a guy like me. But I'll stop ranting now.
No, you're not ranting, man. That's straight fire. I love how you always bring it back to your early recovery. I get lost on that sometimes. What just happened? Oh, that completely threw me off.
Like the disappearing act. He's like,
I don't know what happened there.
What Nate's, we're talking about, facing our fears and, walking through situations instead of hiding from them. The first one was the biggest one. Asking for help. I would do anything but ask for help until I ran out of ideas. And when I knew somewhere in my mind when I asked somebody to sponsor me, there was going to be work and repercussions. There was going to be change, and I was afraid of change. My life sucked. I was miserable, just a hopeless junkie. But my hopeless junkie incarcerated life was familiar. And if I asked this guy to take me through this work, I don't know what that looks like. Like I was afraid of the unknown. And it took a lot to get me to finally open my mouth up and say, hey, can you please basically show me how to live? And I mean, thank God I finally got to the point of doing that. And Nate, you were saying, with the one day at a time thing, I made that misconception in my head because I was working. My first job was a dead end job, and I was so grateful to have it. Sucking insulation out of attics, like that was it, and I would call my sponsor and tell him about my day and be all fired up. And he's like, hey man, you came into this deal at 37 years old. How long do you think you're going to be able to crawl in attics? He's like, you need to start making a plan. And I was like, a plan, man, I just got to worry about today. And he's like, yeah, for your recovery, bro, you need to start planning your financial future. And I was like, oh, so that doesn't really apply to that, huh? And he was like, no, we're going to assume you have a future. So let's start working towards that. And, thank God I had the guy that I did. He was like, he comes from a white collar background, and he taught me some things where I would have completely been fine, still working there to this day if I hadn't gotten this advice from him. Like, listen, I'm not saying quit your job. You go in every day and you work as hard as you can. And then at the end of the day, you ask them, can you teach me more so I can move up? Can you teach me something to get into a better position? Show up early, stay late, and ask again. And I did. And he's like, how long do you want to make money off your back? He's like, because that's what you're coming into the game at 37 years old. So you're starting your career off your back, because I've been a white collar guy my whole life. I'm starting it at 37. He's like, what's the longevity of that for your family? And I was like, I don't know. I never really thought about it. And I'm glad that he did. And that goes right back to facing more fears. To move up, I had to learn how to read blueprints. Never done that before, but I asked, and somebody took the time to teach me. To move up from there, I had to go into sales, and I had to go walk up to people that I'd never met before and tell them about the products and things. And that's weird and awkward. And you're going to people's houses that you don't know, and you're talking about stuff that you just learned the week before. But I faced it, and there's growth in every one of these opportunities. As long as I don't shy away from the situation, there's growth. When I shy away from it and I hide from it, that's when I'm stunted and I'm not growing anymore. So I appreciate you, Nate. You always bring it back to the early stuff, and it gets my neurons firing. That's why I always say I'd rather go after Nate than before Nate. But I'll double dip tonight. So whatever, son. Go ahead, Justin. Read us some comments. You look so excited over there.
Do you read comments?
I will. Watch me. I'm going to read all the ones that make Nate blush. Hold on. Let me get back.
Stop it.
Where are they? Well, first, I like this one. Michael Kenny. We don't have to understand this power for it to work in our lives.
Damn right you don't.
Yeah. And if I fully understood
But
my
we want
power. What's that?
But we want to.
I don't know if I do.
Oh, I need to. No, there's a part of me that needs to.
Yeah,
no, but see, for me, man, if I could fully comprehend my higher power, then that higher power is too small.
I'm just
Yeah.
saying.
If this little brain can understand and comprehend that much power, it's not that much power. Well, I know that, but Justin really wants to try hard. He's going to break his brain.
Well, and
I'm not saying I'm trying.
You want to, then.
No.
You want to fully understand it.
Also, like, I think it's important always to remember, especially for me personally, is that not only in my faith and understand what limited understanding I do have, but also in my doubts and unknowing, I'm still seeking. And in that seeking, in that questioning, whatever it looks like on either end, I'm still drawing closer to my truth, whatever that looks like.
Yeah, I love that.
And it's
There it is.
and
Brother
just so
Nate,
you
you're
know,
fire tonight.
it's
Brand.
it's a power it's a higher power of your understanding anyway. So it's whatever I understand at that moment.
Yeah.
So technically,
Shit. Go ahead, Nate.
go ahead. Go ahead.
You're amazing, Nate. Enjoy listening. You talk about your higher power.
I don't do
listening to you
well,
talk about your soul too. Nate Stradamus. We don't call him that for nothing. Gia Roberts.
This is me being awkward. It's just
amazing. No, I know I can make you a little cringy if I read all the things about you.
Look on the screen.
Oh, Melissa. Yeah, fear of the unknown. Yep, absolutely. It's amazing what fear of the unknown will do and keep you sick sitting out there in the familiar suffering that you're in, that I'm in. Let me say me. Let's see. Wow. I am encouraged by you all. Thank you, Chandra. We got Helen. You guys don't realize just what the Hope Shot does for people. It's not just recovery. It's more than that. I've been homesick and can't get to my meetings. I'm so grateful that I can listen and be a part of this. I've waited all day. Man, we love you, Helen.
Hope you feel better.
Like, love you. And of course, Nate, just keep talking.
Bedtime stories by Nate.
That can be the new Wednesday night. Sweet Nothings by Nate Stradamus.
Stop it, man. Oh, man. Fuck you.
I'll subscribe.
I'll be the second subscriber to that.
Yay, Mike, man. Thank you for coming on tonight, man. You want to add to anything, my friend?
Yeah, man. So I feel like, taking it back to just the recovery aspect, right? So I think facing the fears, right? Or just facing the everyday shit that life sometimes has, right? Good, bad, and different. And seeking, right? Because just like Nate was talking about, when I got here, I didn't know how to do anything, right? I had a glimpse of this and that and this and that, but on a adultish level, I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know how to have a clean relationship. I didn't even know how to have sex clean. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know how to have friendships clean, and much less doing the real adult stuff. With bank accounts and credit cards and credit scores and just a normal everyday bump and grind of the stuff. And being able to come here to a community of people that are just like me, right? And being able to identify, it gave me a safe spot. And having that person, right, that I call a sponsor, show me and kind of guide me in the direction that he was taught, right? So that's where, for me, that's where the experience turns into the wisdom, right? So I can go through this experience that I have with shit. I learn from it. The wisdom is I get to share it with somebody else, right? And now if that happens again, I don't have to go through it the same fucking way that I did before, right? And so I'm super grateful for the sponsorship aspect of this program too, in the recovery community, because I have no fucking clue where I would be if I was left to my own demise in a circle of people that weren't talking or helping each other. So my hats off to you guys, man. This Sunday night thing has become one of my regular weekly meetings now, and I fucking love it. I wasn't a big Zoom fan, but ever since I've gotten on here and listened to you guys over the last couple of months, man, it's been shit's been fire. So I appreciate you having me on, man. Thanks.
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for coming on. And hey, everybody out there, be like Mike.
Be like Mike. Ooh,
be like Mike.
Be like Mike.
Yeah,
I wanna be.
But seriously, be like Mike. Hit us up. Shoot us a message. Tell us you got a topic that you're dying to talk about. We'll put you on here and we'll talk. It's nice to have some fresh blood come in. It's nice to switch it up. We carry the burden of trying to come up with something to talk about every week, and the three people that are on here every week, all three of us put together, our brains aren't that big, even combined. So we run out of stuff to talk about.
Yeah,
We
run
love
out.
you guys to suggest things and, you know, hit us up and ask to come on. We would love to have you.
What is it called, Caesar? We run out of good ideas, and that's how we found recovery. I ran out of
I ran out of
and now I got recovery.
and
So now
ideas.
what?
So I want to add something real quick, right? Because this is something that's been important to me, if I may. You know, going through like first coming here, and asking for help. You never know who you're gonna inspire, right? So I have my dad, my pop was a struggling, functioning addict, and just by me being here and you know, becoming clean and doing the right thing at the next right time. You know, my pop at 65 years old has decided to get into recovery and has just celebrated almost 6 months clean. So that's what I say. You never, ever know who you're going to inspire. And once again, like I said, man, I appreciate this platform and you guys so much. So.
And that's another thing is like, man, we always think that, you know, a lot of us think, man, I ain't got nothing, man. Nobody wants what I have, right? We all have something to offer because Nate can hit people I can't, and I can hit people Nate can't. Well, I don't know. Nate hits everybody, but Caesar on the other hand. You know, and it's true, man. Like we all hit different people differently. And people might not hear. I could say the same exact thing as Mike, or say the same exact thing as Nathan, and nobody will hear it. And then Nate says it, or Caesar says it, or somebody, whatever, and say the same exact thing, and boom, they hear something, hear a message, and it clicks. And that's just what it's about, man. It's like we're just messengers.
Not that, like Justin, like he was talking about, like how important this sponsor relationship is. And
yep,
beautiful thing about recovery is this: is like if you truly become vulnerable and plug into this community, you know, you have endless pool of resources to walk you through life experiences that they have walked through themselves. Everybody is in a unique position that they have experienced something that is personal to them. And in that, like with Caesar, with his parents, Justin, like with your mom, with me, and like we have all been through stuff, and my kids, you know, like we are, when we think we've been through all this shit and it's so meaningless and cruel and tragic, yet we find purpose in that and are able to convey a message that can reach somebody that is struggling with the same problems that we went through. And in that, everything has meaning, everything is connected, and everything has purpose. And it's hard to not believe in something greater than myself when I see this happening on a daily basis. This stuff is manifesting in my reality every single day. I see it on a daily basis. So, and this is coming from a guy that had no concept and or belief of anything other than myself when I first got here. So, yeah, some real cool stuff, man. It's so grateful to be a part of it. I know that.
Oh, hold on. I got Melissa up here. We're going to hold her up. I'll hold you to this, Melissa. I want to be like Mike. You can be like Mike anytime you want, Melissa. You know, you got an open invitation on here.
Yeah, anytime. I hit her up, try to get her, but I hit her up on Messenger instead.
And I want to read one more. I think it's important. Ricky says, I'm not an alcoholic or a drug addict. My wife was killed by a drunk driver, and now I work with the drug court. Thank you for being open-minded and tuning in to listen, and we appreciate you. And we would also welcome you to come on this platform anytime that you want. You know, we love to hear from families. We love to hear from brothers, sisters, actual addicts. You know, whatever it is, this platform is for people's voices to be heard and for recovery in general.
You got the message.
You got it, Hope Shot.
Yeah. All right, y'all, man. It's been a great night, great topic. Thank you again, Mike, for bringing the topic. We appreciate you coming on here again, man. And open invite always to you as well, you know. So if you guys, if you want to come on too, man, whenever you want, you know.
Perfect.
Yeah. So anyway, so tonight or Wednesday night, we're gonna be doing the thing, Cesar Rodriguez.
I'm going to try to get it together to go live on Wednesday night. I'm going to do the best that I can.
And that's all we ask for.
Yeah.
So Wednesday
I'm gonna
night,
do the
come
best
join
I
us.
can.
One way or another, we're doing something Wednesday. I don't care
We're
if
doing
we all have
something on
fun
Wednesday.
here and just patty cake it. You know what I mean? Like,
If all else fails, I could always drag Nate in here. We could have a conversation.
Sure.
it's not a bad thing. But anyways, well, thank you guys. Thank you guys for being here tonight. Thank you guys for showing up every Sunday and being active in the comments and showing support. We appreciate you. We love y'all. And have a great week ahead. Love you guys. Good night.
Peace.
Peace.